What's up, everyone? We're back with another episode. Episode 14. Let's go.
Damn.
Fucking
Yeah, we
go.
we getting there. It's been 14 weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah.
14 weeks, 14 episodes. Let's go. But we got some more fights this weekend. It was definitely not as action-packed of a weekend as it has been going on. A little bit of a lull, but hey, it's a
Yeah.
good little
It
break
is
not
what it
having to
is.
watch like 85 fights in a weekend. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Right.
I'll take it here and there. But we had UFC on ABC 4. Very sad they didn't bring out the mustard jackets this time. It is,
I'm not sad about that.
it's just so great to talk shit about. I don't know. It's just
That's true.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk shit, but we didn't have to see how ugly and ill-fitted it was.
Very true. Very true. But
Mm.
overall, not the most stacked card going into it, but definitely a solid fight night card for the UFC. Main event: Jailton Almeida versus Jairzinho Rosenstruck. Going into it, I think we all kind of thought it's like Jailton's gonna get a takedown and is gonna be like an easy win, or Jairzinho's just gonna land a big punch, probably be able to knock him out.
Yep.
And that honestly, I thought that it might take Jailton a little bit to just be able to get Jairzinho tired and get a finish. I'm pretty sure I had it second round in Tapology.
I had a first round.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, he's getting him out of here.
But yeah, was that was just such easy work for Jailton Almeida.
Yeah.
343 of the first round, gets the rear naked choke. And another fight where no significant strikes are landed on him. Breaking
Yeah.
Hamzat's record now of getting into his 5th UFC fight with only having 2 significant strikes landed on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a fucking wake up call to the top 10 of that division.
Yep.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because he kind of did he either went for a shot or he fainted that first shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second shot, yeah, no, he just wrapped his arms around Jairzinho's leg, just right behind the knees, got him down. Fairly easy takedown, and then just worked his way up the body, was able to get into full mount, started throwing ground and pound. Jairzinho showed the back, took the RNC, and it was all over.
Nah,
Like,
because I mean, we all knew that Jar Jar didn't have shit on the ground. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
not his
Yeah.
thing. But it was kind of crazy to see that as soon as he got taken down, he was just in the half guard on the bottom, and you saw him just constantly looking to his corner, like, what do I do? What do I do? You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
looking for that advice, and it's just like, bro,
Damn, bro, you don't know anything.
yeah, like you're just in a half guard.
No,
Like
yeah.
you can't even just recollect your guard. Like you don't even know what to like. It just seemed like he never even trained like any sort of jujitsu ever in his life.
Even any wrestling, it's like even like with wrestling, like at least yeah, he probably would have shown his back earlier, but getting onto your knees or something, like trying to just push out of the half guard, get on your knees, get up.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a big boy. I don't do this.
Like no, none of that's the thing. Like most of the heavyweight division doesn't really need any wrestling because no one is there's very few wrestlers.
Yeah, but that's the thing is when someone comes in and they have that wrestling, everybody's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the thing. It's like they're all reliant on their actual takedown defense that they think that, okay, I just won't get taken down.
Yep.
And so that it feels like they don't work from bottom. Or it might also just be the fact that there are so few heavyweights who actually grapple like that they don't have the training partners to even really be able to train it.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
That's true.
You
Like,
do not get a
maybe
lot
not-
of high level grapplers
Yeah,
that are
exactly.
250 plus pounds or something. You know what I mean? It's
No,
just
exactly.
But-
So that's the other
yeah.
kind of issue with that, because the grapplers I can think of right now, looking at the rankings there are Alexander Romanov,
Yep.
Blagoy,
Yep.
Almeida,
And I was gonna say, I feel like as of right now, we're actually starting to get more grapplers, you know? Because, yeah, like, you know, like, just honestly, the fact that, like, in the top 10, that, like, Tybura, Almeida, Ivanov, and Romanov, like, those are all fighters that will go to grappling and takedowns to get, like, that edge over their opponent. Like, that just shows that the game is starting to change a little bit.
Yeah, because then also in the top 5, you got Blades and Miocic.
Yeah, and then you also got Spivak in there.
Yeah, and Aspinall, even though he's not like a pure grappler, will go for takedowns.
Oh,
will
for
mix
sure.
those in.
Yeah, that's like he struggled with Orlovsky in the first round on the feet. Second round took him down.
Took
easy.
him down, choked him out.
Volkov took him down first round, like got the sub easy. Like it, yeah.
So like that's kind of the thing is like if you have good enough grappling, you can go far in the heavyweight division, and that's why we thought like, and that's why like with Almeida, we all had it like. Him winning if he was able to get the takedown, he was going to win this easily.
Yes,
because Jairzinho is such a almost pure kickboxer.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, his I feel like because I don't know, I've never actually watched any of his kickboxing fights, so I don't know how exactly his style was in kickboxing comparatively to MMA.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of people that do transition from kickboxing, you know, or whatever, or like a different discipline, and they come to MMA, their striking changes a little bit. But with just how he fights in MMA, I would not be surprised if he just has like a very similar style, like if he did not change much at all from kickboxing to MMA. Because it just because like I don't know, just even just like that Francis Ngannou fight, you know, just like just trying to like frame, move back, just counter with a little inside leg kick, you know, like I just feel like he's just a very technical kickboxer, and he just like sticks to that. And on the way up, that has done him very good. But getting to the top, against more well-rounded fighters, it's like it doesn't.
People that realize that you need those other disciplines mixed in with what you came in with.
Exactly, because he punches hard as fuck. But hey, you're at heavyweight, so does everyone in the top 15 of that division. You know what I mean? And so just a rough ass loss for Jairzinho. I kind of feel bad for him because even afterwards, like, you know, he got subbed and then he was just sitting there like shaking his head, like had like a little bit of a smile on his face, and you just knew that it was like just like what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like it just
like you could just tell he himself was just like, damn, that was just sad. I don't even think he'll go work on it though.
Nah,
it's possible he won't. But like with Rosenstruck, like right now, like with his losses, because his losses in the UFC are Gone, Blades. And now Almeida. And
Francis, Gone, Blades, Volkov, and Almeida. Yeah. He was Volkov. Yeah, he was on a 4-fight win streak in the UFC and then lost to Francis, and since then he's been trading wins and losses.
And even then, like him versus Overeem was winning that fight until that last
4
seconds.
Yeah, or whenever the fuck was it?
Yeah, it was the last 4 seconds of the 5th round.
Which was just another one. It's like, damn, just the technical kickboxer, but was just getting outclassed by old Overeem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which Overeem, like, even though he doesn't use it a lot, he will mix in takedowns and stuff. So.
Oh, for sure.
But with like Gon, he was just getting out technically struck by Gon, who's apparently the better technical kickboxer as well. And he only had like what, 5 Muay Thai fights?
Yeah, but I mean, Rosenstrike definitely had like I feel like it had more, you know, kickboxing fights, whatever. But I just still feel like going into it, everyone knew that Gon was more technical. You know what I mean? Like that, and same thing. And I feel like even with like the Volkov one too, I feel like that. I feel like it, you know, it was kind of like they were at the same level of like technical. They were just, but Volkov just being a lot bigger, and he just steamrolled him.
Well, Volkov is also maybe just slightly more technical, but also he was just able to come in and just was able to just push him back against the cage and then just
take
him out with just. He hurt him one time when he got up on the cage and then just swarmed on him, and the referee called it.
Yeah.
So maybe a tad bit premature, but it was going that direction.
Not for sure.
Rosenstruck wasn't the only reason Rosenstruck was able to roll out was because the referee stepped in and Volkov was no longer throwing punches.
Yeah.
So like him arguing, it's like, no, you weren't getting out of that.
Nah, yeah. But yeah, so I mean, definitely just rough for Jar Jar, but motherfucking Jailton, 5-0 in the UFC now. What's that? 3-0 at heavyweight, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. He has
And
not lost at heavyweight, so
yeah, and because he was ranked number 12 coming into this, and beat Jairzinho at number 9. Calls out Tai Tuivasa at number 6, which it's like, I understand it. I don't want to really see that though that much. Because it's just gonna be the same shit. It's just like either Ty's gonna knock him out or he's getting taken down and then the fight's over. You know what I mean? Like, and I just don't want. I just don't want to see that. Like, I want to see him tested.
I agree, but like I feel like I don't know who's gonna test him that isn't booked right now.
At the moment,
Spivak would be a more interesting fight for even trying to test him in the grappling.
But the only reason why I just feel like he wouldn't, I don't know, the Spivak fight wouldn't be too interesting is just because he'd be taking Jairzinho's spot at number 9 and Spivak is number 8, so it just doesn't do too much for the rankings.
I know that it is hard.
Volkov, just because of his size, and he does have some decent takedown defense.
Yeah, it definitely.
So he might be able to do some. And Volkov isn't completely terrible on the ground. He is able to survive longer than a lot of other heavyweights.
No, yeah, for sure. Like if he's able to run over Volkov, like he's been doing everyone, that definitely shows that his grappling is at 100%. Like a high level, But like I don't know,
it's just with the Tai fight. I don't know, of all fights that Tai could take that he could lose to, at least he's not going to be getting fucked up in it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
He's just going to get subbed real quick. No punchies.
It just.
But it's just
not exciting. It's just
because that's the thing. It's like I want to see someone be able to like what happens if someone defends Jailton's takedowns and now they're on the feet.
Now it's a stand up.
You know what I mean?
No, like, for sure.
And that's why it's like
because it's like he hasn't really taken significant strikes, so it's like you're getting up to the top, but it's like how's your chin, bro? You up against these big boys, you ain't been touched yet. I mean,
exactly.
I know the goal is to not get touched, so that's that. But
and exactly, just being a former light heavyweight that moved up to heavyweight, it's like how exactly can you deal with that power? You know what I mean?
Like no, and like with Volkov as well, because of how long he is, he might be able to stay out at range as well. And Jailton,
that's very true,
has to figure out how to actually get in on Volkov because Volkov has a very good teep kick, very good jab. Trying to get in on that is going to be tough.
And Jailton, a big thing that like he didn't do it as like the same way in the Jairzinho fight, but he throws front kick to the body and then he usually shoots on a takedown right away afterwards. This time, like he threw the front kick to the body, waited a little bit, then shot in on a takedown.
Yeah.
But it's just like a smart striker and a fucking MMA vet like Volkov, he's gonna be able to look at tape and understand that, And it's like as a good kickboxer, it's like just fucking parrying like a sloppy front kick or something to him, and like countering like that's definitely something that he's like, okay, I could probably I could capitalize on some of that shit. You know what I
mean? That's easily parry the front kick and throw a knee up the middle.
Yeah, like parry an uppercut, throw. Parry the front kick, throw an uppercut, so you already dig in like the underhook too if it misses, or like you know what I mean. So like there's so many different ways to like go about it.
Any veteran, a vet like Volkov, and he's with a pretty good camp. His camp knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
because they definitely try. Because even with when he lost to Blades, he was trying. He was doing okay at points defending the takedown because Curtis wasn't able to get every takedown he shot in on him.
Well, there's also Curtis faded late, you know what I mean? And that's
exactly.
Because that's also another thing. It's like shit, Jailton, Volkov, if they did do that, I would at least want them to if that could be a fucking main event like it was this a fight night main event. So it's just on the chance that Volkov can stop it, you know what I mean? Like if it does go longer, let it go longer, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was forced to swing and bang with somebody at the top.
No,
he might get sniped.
That's
he might get fucking clipped.
Who the fuck knows what his cardio's like? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And Volkov loves that teep to the body, loves that round kick to the body. So that's why I think that fight is the most interesting one out of the top, the ones who are in that 8-7-6 spot. Because I don't think he's gonna get Curtis Blades because. Oh man, that would be a huge fucking test. Because Curtis definitely can defend a takedown.
I would.
No, I would.
I feel like the Curtis fight would be really good for him. I think that would be a great test. I just don't know how.
I think that would be. I think that is the best way because they obviously are trying to push Jailton. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I feel like that would be the fight that the UFC would want to go to as well.
Yeah.
Because we all know that they fucking hate Curtis Blades too. So like catching him off of a fucking big loss like that, given to Jailton, like you know what I mean. The UFC probably be thriving for that. But Curtis is down to fight anyone. Still looking at another grappler. He's like, I can do that. You know, like
no, exactly. But that's kind of the thing as well with the UFC is if they want to push him, they are also going to be looking at that fight as like that's the most hard matchup for Jailton at the top, and it is such a losable fight for Jailton.
Yeah, and like with the Thai fight, like it's a big name, easy win. They, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's
Volkov is more of a test than Thai, and still a fairly pretty good name to have on your record as a win. So,
I think he's gonna make his way up, and then Sergey's gonna be the one to fucking stop him.
Yeah,
I think Sergey just punches the shit out of him.
More likely.
I need to see Sergey fight Cyril.
I want that fight for.
He needs to fight. He needs to fight like because he got Curtis, the elite grappler. Now he's fought elite power punchers, but never like an elite technical striker at like you know in the top of this division. That's what he's got to fight next.
Which if he had come in and fought like Volkov,
I know that's why I'm just like fuck it. Like that's why part of me is like let's do the battle of the big bad Russian dudes. Fucking Sergey versus Volkov. Volkov's on a nice little 2-fight run. Give him a big step up. Sergey, I know he wants to sit out, but it's like I don't know. People look at it as like, oh, why is he gonna fight someone back? But it's like I don't know. Just even watching like just fucking listening to like Chael, and he's just saying like, oh, like you know, fighting someone back like that should be an easier fight, and it's just like you know, in reality, it's like like if he should be. Everyone is like, oh, he should fight Cyril or for the title. Well, it's like, if he has to fight one more fight before getting a title shot, no matter what, why not give him a potentially easier fight? You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
It's like, fuck it. Give him fucking Volkov. Let's get that fight.
I don't mind that fight. And it's interesting because how does Pavlovich, like, again, it's one of those things where Volkov is so big. How are you going to get in on him? He's got a good jab, good teep to the body. Like, it's going to be hard for Pavlovich, even though Pavlovich has a really big reach.
Oh yeah, he's got like 84-inch reach, right?
Yeah, it's like 84 or something.
I'm pretty sure he's got as long as arms as John Jones.
Yeah, 84.
Yeah.
And this is like a hard fight for both guys.
Yeah.
And his only loss in the UFC right now is to Overeem, and that was on short notice in its debut.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like,
so it's
that's
like
tough.
6 first-round finishes since then, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So yeah, like that's either way, Jailton, he's got to get a big fight next. More than likely gonna be Ty, could very well be Curtis. Either way, it is gonna be some good shit. Jailton is coming for that belt, and I am hyped for that shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know who else is coming for that belt though? This motherfucker bouncing around after his win, Johnny Walker defeating Yo, that fucking post-fight celebration though was hilarious. Just bouncing around the fucking
that shit was so fucking ridiculous.
But yeah, Johnny Walker gets a unanimous decision win over Anthony Smith. First decision win in the UFC. First win in the UFC after going past the first round. So I mean, he's showing them improvements, you know. But he is just struggling so bad to find the balance of his athleticism, his wackiness, his wildness, and like how he brings that to the cage, and then also being a technical striker. Because for him, it's either like, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna be aggressive, flying knees, jumping, spinning kicks, like what, like fucking all of that shit. But then he's like, okay, no, I have to be technical. Let me cover up. Let me sit back. Let me just leg kick, stay, like, you know, move back, leg kick, you know. And this one just doubling up the leg kicks on Smith. Throw a little jab, then just throw a jab. All right, I'm feeling it. Giant overhand right that's never gonna land clean. You know, it like he just cannot blend that, and that is going to hinder him so much.
He was fucking him up with leg kicks, though.
He was. I think partially it has to do with his own like mental and how he perceives how he needs to be fighting. But I think also part of it is just being at SBG Ireland. I think if you went to a different camp, like that actually was like more geared at like actually like not just improving your technical,
you know where
but actually improving on your fighting style. Where?
honestly, I think that this dude would actually have a potential to be a champion if he went to Killcliff FC with fucking like Gilbert and fucking like
Gilbert.
all of those guys over there. Animal.
I agree.
Animal.
There's that one, or there's Team Elevation with like Gaethje, Corey Sandhagen, and that's the reason I bring up Team Elevation is fighting like someone like he should be fighting a lot more similarly to a Corey Sandhagen, in my opinion, where he's like able to mix in that wild shit with his actual technical striking. Like that's why I'm looking at like that. Killcliff is a really good option, though. I do agree with you on that.
I feel like the people at Killcliff would get through to Johnny Walker better. I think that it would just be a much better mesh of personality. That I think that would even do better for him than like the technicalness that they have at Elevation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just think that he would mesh really well at Killcliff.
No, yeah, and
because I'm sorry,
Go.
because I just feel like with that, it's like because I understand with what you're trying to say because it's like if you could turn him into like a fucking Corey Sandhagen type, then oh my, that's fuck. I just don't think that that's him at all though. I feel like he has to embrace the fucking just the chaos more, like the fucking chaoticness more. You know what I mean? And so it's just like that's why I feel like if he's training with fucking Gilbert and Shavkat and fucking Usman and like just a lot of those guys there, like. I feel like they will be able to just tighten up like the flaws in his techniques, but will still allow him like to use the techniques that he wants and bring them to life. You know what I mean? And I feel like that will be like I feel like that's like the biggest thing, and I feel like that that's why just off the top of my head I feel like that would just be amazing for him.
I agree with you. I understand like with that because I mean. Either way, he can't really go wrong because both head coaches at these places are just geniuses. They're really good at what they do. The only reason I bring up like Team Elevation is because of how Trevor Whitman does his coaching and he is very athlete specific. He is very much like, I am going to improve the athlete in what they want to do. And I think that's why he can be able to embrace the chaos while still improving on his technical striking at somewhere like Team Elevation because of the way Trevor Whitman does his training. And he'll be with Gaethje, he'll be with Usman, he'll be with Sandhagen. Like these really good. Rose Namajunas is there. Like I think that's but Killcliff is.
I feel like that's got to be hard too because he definitely wouldn't have them bodies to train with. Also,
that's the other thing is he wouldn't have the bodies to train with.
I feel like Killcliff's like a bigger gym with more people.
It is, but that's by design for Whitman.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like to have a lot of fighters for like.
No, like that is he did mention that during one of the JREs where he was with Gaethje. But no, like that's by design for him. I do think being at Killcliff, he would get those bodies there, and also like you got a couple other, Vicente Luque and Gilbert Burns who are also there. People from his country, things like that. Like, yeah, a bit more.
And I know there's a lot more fighters. I'm just blanking on some of like the other ones, like
because you got those two. You got Shavkat, like.
But either way, like you said, anywhere he goes, like it's not like it can really do him wrong. Like he's gonna improve as a fighter overall. But even like as soon as he announced that he was going to SBG, I feel like everyone just saw it was like what, like that's such a
why? Like, it's such a weird one because like really Kavanaugh's only success has been Conor McGregor.
Yeah, and he's got like a lot of Bellator fighters. Like that's really
But like, how many of them have been like world champion at Bellator?
No, yeah, I don't think.
I don't think there even has been one, and that's kind of the thing. Is Conor McGregor is the exception to the rule there, because I think SBG isn't the best camp.
No, yeah, it's definitely. And so that's why,
like, and I definitely don't think
fucking mega camp or nothing like that.
Yeah, no, it's not mega camp, and I also don't think like. And speaking of like mega camps, that's why I also didn't even bring up like places like. ATT or AKA. I don't think those are good fits for Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
I don't think at ATT he wouldn't be able to get the attention he needs because there's too much going on there. Like it would just, I don't think mesh well with his personality. I do think he needs a little bit more individualistic attention.
Yeah,
and AKA I feel like it's just such a departure from what he does.
That it
just would not make sense to be there. So like
Johnny Walker, the fucking Dagestani grappler.
No, yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's got the beard for it,
but yeah,
No, he couldn't, because imagine he goes to walk in the gym, but he can't contain his excitement, but doesn't want to hurt himself, so he just hops into the gym like that as he's going in. They're like, get out.
Get out.
Not proper representation. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah, no.
He could walk into Kill Cliff like that. Gilbert will be like, my boy.
My man. Yeah, no. And that's the thing. Like, going with these guys, going with them. Oh, fuck. Oh, where is it? Like, or even like going with another like great-minded Mark Henry. Like,
yeah.
One of these types of gyms would be better for him than like these really big super gyms, because it's just like he'd be able to get the individual attention he needs to actually be able to improve as a fighter. Because I think his fight IQ is improving. It just he needs to figure out how to do that balance that you were talking about, where he can balance out like going technical and then like throwing chaos in there, or having chaos and then throwing in the technical striking.
Yeah,
like. He needs to find that balance, and he just isn't there yet. And I don't think with John Kavanaugh as his head coach, he's going to be able to get there.
Nah, and because I mean, like, because coming into this number 7, Anthony Smith was number 5, so that's a good, like, a solid win for him to get into that top 5. And it's like the fights from here, like that was his easiest shot to get a spectacular win and get into a title fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he
needs at least another
win.
Did not
do that. Yeah, he needs another big win to be able to get into there, honestly, because it's like depending on who he gets, like, because bro, Rakic, Blachowicz, Ankalaev, Yuri, Jamal, like I know Yuri and Jamal are gonna fight each other, you know, but like that's.
But it's like you said though, with that performance, honestly, even from spot number 5, he's just gonna be fighting down, at least one more time.
He's either gonna be fighting down, or he's gonna at least be fighting Blachowicz or Rakic.
Yeah,
neither of them have fights booked at the moment. And with Rakic, we don't know when he's coming back. Johnny Walker didn't really take a lot of damage in this one, so he could be coming back within the year. And
I mean, I still want to see the fight that I like. I want to see him versus Poatan. Poatan's got to move up to 205, stop talking shit to Izzy, and get that Johnny Walker fight, and just smash him, and get yourself a title shot. It
just all depends on what they do, because they could honestly give Blachowicz that fight with Poatan, because that gives Pereira a win over a former light heavyweight champion. What do
you do other than fucking just run back Magomed and Jan, right? Like in all reality though, like what the fuck else do you do with those two?
I feel you, but
why
also,
haven't we been doing anything with these two? Actually, just in general.
Because of Magomed's little fit.
His post-fight.
Yeah, his tiff at the end of the fight.
I will never fight here in the UFC again.
Honestly, I really...
Mistranslation, I will never fight in Vegas again.
I truly believe that is why we haven't heard anything from Magomed.
Because Jan's been talking. You know, like, Jan's been trying to get his thing going.
Yeah, he called out, he's called out, like...
fucking talking a little bit back and forth with Paulo, that like you know like he's trying to get fights.
Like he's trying to get a fight, and honestly, he could get a fight with Johnny Walker, because like again, like Johnny needs another win.
Yeah,
he could get a fight with Poatan, because that gives the UFC an easy way to get Poatan into a 205 championship fight if they really want that.
It's very true.
They could run back Nikita Krylov versus Blachowicz, because Nikita needs another one to be able to get the title. There are a lot of options for a lot of these guys.
But that's what I mean. There's a lot of, like, with just, like, Jan and like, there's a lot of options for Jan.
Yes.
But that's the thing. If you book Jan in some shit without Magomed, then it's like, now he ain't got nothing. Like, where the fuck we go with him?
Magomed and Rakic? They could do Magomed and Walker.
But
I don't think Magomed's just gonna be like out till the end of the year, or like he's just gonna like not have a fight for like mad long.
I don't know. Like,
honestly,
that's the thing. Like
maybe.
Like shit's just gonna have to play out. People getting their title shots, and like he's just gonna have to find his way back in. Like, cause
if they do end up rebooking that though, Jan better blast the shit out of that man's legs and just get the fucking leg kick TKO, and take a spot, because. That was just either that or Magomed better fucking go to the grappling
earlier.
Yeah,
one of the two, and they will get a win quick.
I was gonna say Jan's got leg kick and sprawl, leg kick and sprawl, leg kick and sprawl.
Yeah,
like Oh yeah, but because for both of them, the path to victory was so easily there. You know what I mean? Like
God.
just
It
a
was just
little bit more
defend
in
the
either direction for both of them. They
yeah.
could have had like a finish in like either direction. You
Yeah,
know, like
no.
it just
Because it was that's the
oh
thing, because it was an easy 1, 2, and 3 for Blahovic. It was an easy 4 and 5, with the fifth being a 10-8 for Ankalaev. Like,
yeah.
it was a legitimate draw.
No,
Yep.
yeah, for sure. Like
And so it's just like but like like Dana was not impressed with the performances from either of them.
just like he wasn't impressed by
Ankalaev,
Johnny Walker's performance
yeah.
fucking last night or yesterday morning,
No,
I
yeah.
should say.
Ankalaev had that tiff at the end of the fight, saying he'll never fight in the UFC, never do, give me my belt and all this. Like, Ankalaev, like, the UFC hates that shit.
Oh, nah, yeah.
So, if any, like, they're more willing to forgive Blahovic because Blahovic didn't have that blow up. And even he was just like,
sure.
Give
and he's
Ankalaev
been
the
much
belt,
more of a
'cause, like,
company guy. You know what I mean? Like he's been
no,
around
yeah, and
doing
he
the
was
damn
just
thing.
like, and he felt like he said he needed to go back and watch the tape, but he felt like in that moment, like at least like he didn't win that fight, which
well, I mean,
all
at the
agree
end
was a
of
tie, and
at
he
the end of
got
the
fucked
fight,
up at the end of the fifth.
yeah, he was
Like, he's just
battered.
like,
He even said that his head was like fuzzy, like he wasn't all there. You know, like it's just
so like it just with Ankalaev with that type of just fit, like the OC's just like, yeah, fuck you.
Gotta see where. Just that's really it. We gotta wait for fucking Jamal's next title defense to play out. We gotta wait for Rakic to come back, see if Poaton's actually moving up, and then everything will just kind of fall in place from there.
We're kind of waiting on a couple of things, because Oezdemir called out Pereira, but I don't see the UFC doing that fight because it just it just seems too low for Pereira coming out off of being the middleweight champion. Like,
that's not happening.
That's why I think
he's getting
it's
the
like
top 5 guy or something.
Yeah, that's why I think like the only one they don't give him to is Ankalaev.
Yeah, but yeah, either way, Johnny Walker getting the win. Not that spectacular of a performance, but he gets it done. But in the featured bout, an absolutely amazing performance from motherfucking Ian Machado Garry.
The man with 2 first names.
Yeah, holy shit. 257 of round 1, head kick to ground and pound, gets the fucking TK over D-Rod.
First person to ever knock him out.
Yeah, that... I thought he was going to win. I did not think it was going to be that easy. That was absolutely beautiful from Ian Garry.
It was.
It really was. Like, the way he set it up with the body kicks and the low leg kicks, like, it was absolutely beautiful. You can see, like, when he started to throw the kick, D-Rod lowering that arm and then realizing it and just getting blasted on the chin.
Yeah,
which I'm like, that's the thing. Him not going actually like out from that kick, like that just shows the chin on D-Rod.
Oh yeah, D-Rod's tough as fucking shit. Yeah, he's just a vet. You know what I mean? He's just been around for so long, and that's why it was just interesting because obviously Ian's just a stand-up striker. He's been looking like pretty decent, but hasn't had hasn't had all the spectacular performances that he's been wanting. And so I just thought that D-Rod was just gonna be the vet in there, be scrappy, give him a tough fight, but Ian really just outclassed him. It just I don't know, that shit was just really impressive from Ian Garry. Gonna be getting himself that top 15 spot after that.
He made it look easy. It was good for him. And that's the first fight on his 6th streak that he wants to go on to the championship. Because he wants 2 in the top 15, 2 in the top 10, 2 in the top 5.
Yep.
And then he wants the champ fight. So let's fucking go. He wants to run through everybody, build up the experience, get his name out there. Yeah, just fight every style and then get that belt.
Which I mean, you gotta respect it. Not be I want to fight everyone that I have to get earn my title shot. And it's you gotta fuck with that. You know what I mean? There's so many people that are trying to just get as little fights in the top 15 basically to get into the title fight.
They try to squeeze their name into the top 15, build it up so maybe they can get into that early top 10. Maybe spot number 6 or 7, get that number 3 fight into the champ.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, nah. He's like, I want to earn my way.
Yep.
Calls out Neil Magny, who's already got a fight lined up with Philip Rowe, so that's kind of like I is probably not gonna get that. But because I know Michelle Pereira and Wonder Boy like that fell out for what was that 291?
Yeah, I think so.
Or no, 289? Yeah, 289
like
is the
that.
next one coming up with Amanda and Arena. But I don't know if they're gonna look to like rebook that at all. I know it would only be like one move up, for like fighting D-Rod, but shit, Michelle Pereira and Ian Garry, that's a fun ass fight.
Hell yeah, it is.
No,
I mean, fuck
is.
it. Like, yeah, like you said, it's only one spot up, but he wants that like in between 11 and 15 fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that would be his second one. Then give him someone between 6 and 10. Like.
But I guess also with trying to fight different styles, like D-Rod's like, a striker, so he might look at Pereira and maybe he wants like a Michael Chiesa, you know what I mean?
I was about to bring up Chiesa, because Chiesa has a very similar style to Magny. He's going to put you up against the cage, he's going to try and take you down, he's going to mix it in striking, and if I remember right, Chiesa's also a southpaw?
Yeah.
So it's a southpaw versus southpaw matchup.
No, Ian fights Orthodox, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. He does fight out.
Yeah, D-Rod was southpaw going into this.
Yep.
So that was like another southpaw. But yeah. So yeah, just another little mix up to that too.
Yeah, no, and it's like, yeah, he's got some striking. He's not the best striker, but he's got some pretty good some pretty decent striking. He's got good wrestling. He's got good grappling. Like, let's see, like, what he can do against someone like Michael Chiesa.
Let's be fair. He has got a left hand on him.
Yes.
A straight left that's not too fast, but he throws it.
Yeah.
That like, I don't know.
Look, the only thing he uses it for is to set up his grappling.
And that's where it's going to be interesting to see like how he does against like you said, a solid grappler. Going into the top 15.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that definitely won't be bad. Would very much probably expect Ian to get an easy knockout over him, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be rough for Chiesa.
Mm-hmm. But if he gets taken down and Chiesa gets on his back,
yeah, for sure. 100%.
That is rough.
But yeah. Either way, though, motherfucking Ian Garry getting it done. Great to see him keeping that win streak going. What's that, 5-0 now in the UFC?
Believe so.
Yeah, 5-0, 3 finishes. So yeah, let's go. Ian Machado got 2 first names. But yeah, rest of the card. I mean, there was honestly a lot of good finishes on this card.
No, there was.
Another great first round finish though. The beautiful Carlos Ulberg gets it done. A deserving victory over Eor Pateria, who sadly beat Shogun in his last UFC fight. So, we all needed Carlos to get that one over him. Very disrespectful to go into Brazil and beat Shogun like that. But that fucking fadeaway left hook for Carlos. It was just hard to even catch live just watching it, but just clipped him right behind the fucking ear. He just went down, got the ground and pound follow up, and Eor was done.
Gotta love the replays.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It is good shit. Carlos probably gonna be getting a top 15 opponent after that, I would assume.
He should.
He's been on a pretty good run. Only has 1 loss in the UFC. 1 loss overall, I believe, in his career. But yeah,
he just lost his debut.
Yeah, to Kennedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, another decent striker at 205. We got plenty of those, so you know what that means. You put him up against Dustin Jacoby. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, no, like it makes sense. He wants top 15. That's like kind of the perfect matchup. Khalil Roundtree's right now booked. Jimmy Crute's booked. You could put him against Dominic Reyes.
No,
but we
don't matchmake Dominic Reyes around here. All right, we leave that poor man alone.
Just let him sit in his spot.
I'll leave him alone when he decides to retire.
We let him decide what he's gonna do. No one is allowed to put anything on that man. All right, he's allowed to sit for as long as he wants and not fight anyone that he wants. All right, just we gotta let that man chill.
Just leave his name out of it.
Yeah, there's just no number 12 in the rankings right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because Azamat's also booked, right? Feel like I remember Azamat.
Yes, I believe Azamat is booked. I just can't think of it against who.
I know Topology will have it.
No. He just fought in April. I don't think he's booked yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he just beat Dustin.
I know that. But for some reason, I just thought
ago.
that I saw that he like had another fight lined up. Probably just thinking of someone else.
Right. Because like.
Either way,
Asmat Murkhanov, like, there's Mirzakhanov, like, there's a lot of people with, like, very similar names. You start getting mixed up with some of these.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, I mean, him versus Dustin, both former kickboxers, that would definitely be a fun fight for that top 15 spot. But, yeah, let's go. What else we got on the card?
Shit, on the prelims, we have fucking Matt Brown.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The prelims, there are some good moments, and yeah, that prelim headliner, Matt Brown tying Derek Lewis once again for the most KOs in UFC history at 13. That's fucking beautiful. He just sniped Court McGee, fucking walk-off KO.
Mm-hmm.
Just
it's so good for him. Yeah. I loved that.
It's just so iconic. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of people that be trying to do, like, the walk-off KO and shit, but, like, there are just some people that, like, I don't know, when they do it, it's just so perfect. And
because I feel like he wasn't trying for it. You know what I'm saying? He hit him with that right hook. He looked over him, saw he was done, and just walked off. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't just, like, prematurely, like, oh, I gotta get this and walk off. And it's like, yo, where you going? Go finish that. Like, nah. Mm-hmm. He made sure, he's like, oh, nah, he's done. I'm out of here. Like, beautiful.
Yeah, no.
It's the nonchalantness of it that makes it so,
Exactly. It's the Mark Hunt, like, type of walk-off. Because, like, I just remember him, like, hitting Frank Mir and just looking, it just kept going.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I know. Even with that, like Carlos Olberg, like he was putting it on him and then started walking away and then did the little fake back, like, wasn't sure if it was over and then saw the ref was there and was like, okay, but it's just when.
It's that nonchalant, just.
Yeah.
Because it's like, just that calm, cool, collected, like, damn, I hit you, you're down.
That's it. No more.
Shrug of the shoulders, like, what about it?
No, exactly. Like.
And I mean,
Mark Hunt was the king of that shit.
And it's like, to be fair, Matt Brown getting the most KOs in like UFC is that's a very, it's not like it's another day in the office. It's just what I love to do. You know what I mean? And
yeah, exactly.
In his post-fight like interview, just saying like, the worst part about this shit is in 30 seconds I gotta walk on out of here. Like he just lives for the shit, and it's like, the motherfucking the immortal. He just man,
the immortal Matt Brown calling out Brian Barberina, saying he loves to swing and bang. I love to swing and bang like the good Lord intended. Just amazing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Just still doing the damn thing at 42 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
dude's 42, is still out here getting KOs.
Yeah, just
like, god damn it, welterweight of all places.
And because it's like, Court McGee, he's like, still on the older end of things too, 38 years old, but like, still 4 years younger than Matt. Definitely has like, still a lot of losses and stuff, but like most of like, he's mostly going to decisions. I feel like he hasn't taken he hasn't been in as many wars as Matt Brown, you know what I mean? No. Like the crazy dog fights. So like, for Matt Brown at 42 years old to just still have that shit in them, and that was just amazing to watch.
Just
good night for a Matt Brown fan for sure.
Oh yeah, I love watching Matt Brown fight.
But
oh man,
before we get to all the extra bullshit that happened, let's just bring up the one last, like, Brian battle. before
I mean, that's a good transition into the bullshit, because this is where the bullshit started with the night too. So Gabe Green just goes right across the cage, right in his face, just starts putting little shots on him, gets him up on the cage. Just he's throwing punches, but you can just see that like they're just little arm punches, like he's putting no power into it.
Yeah.
And then Brian Battle just snipes this dude with a right hand and sent him to the land of wind and ghosts. Like that was beautiful.
It was so fucking good.
It was so
14 seconds into the first
Yeah,
round.
14 seconds.
Like, no exaggeration. Gabe just ran after him. Like, it was so fast.
It was so weird because, like, the way I remember it happening is they glove touch in the middle of the cage, and then all of a sudden Brian Bell is on the cage getting, Gabe Green throwing his punches, and then all of a sudden it was over from a right hook. Like, it was such a weird sequence of events for that to have occurred. And it just, like, no idea what was going through the head of Gabe Green during that interaction. Like, what he was thinking of, what he was even doing there. Like, I do not see the strategy. I cannot even fathom what the strategy was there.
Yeah, because I just want... Because... Because, the fight lasted 14 seconds. Gabe Green threw 12 strikes. Brian threw 9. And so Gabe landed 6 and Brian landed 3. And, it just...
He only needed 1.
Yeah, that is it. Just because I'm pretty sure it was like, when he got on the cage, just landed like, 2 little shots in there and then just right hand just fucking...
Yeah.
And it's just even funnier to think that, like, of those 12 strikes, like, only half of those landed. Like, he was right in front of him just swinging. How did you only land half of those?
No, yeah, exactly. Like, Battle was using some good head movement there. Just
Gabe just, I don't know what he was thinking. That was just
this dude has gone...
Yeah, terrible IQ.
Dude, it was terrible. And, like, that's the thing. Like, it's not like he's a bad fighter. Like, it's not like he get... And obviously, this was the first KO in the UFC. But, like, he fought Daniel Rodriguez and Ian Garry to decisions.
Yeah.
Like, they were lost, but they were decisions. Like,
both both much more, like, technical, just strikers that have been, like, in the UFC for longer, doing more for longer, you know what I mean? Like...
And just...
Yeah, and he just shit the bed on that one. I don't know. Maybe he was really just like, damn, Brian Battles from fucking North Carolina. He's like, I gotta fucking go out there and knock this dude out.
Either that or maybe he just thought, like, with Brian taking this fight last minute and missing weight, that maybe he just thought that he could go in there and... But I want to say put the pressure on him, but to your point, he wasn't putting pressure. So, like... It was the aggression of being in his face, but the power in his strikes was not there. So, like, it's kind of hard to say, like, put the pressure on him because he definitely wasn't trying to take him out with these shots.
I don't...
No.
So, like, I don't know. I don't know if maybe he just thought, like, like, fast pressure being in his face, but not gassing himself and just trying to work it a little bit. Like, I don't know. Maybe he just thought that he had the upper hand over this guy taking it last minute, but boy, was he fucking wrong if that's the case.
Yeah. It just, oh, man. But yeah, and then the next fight after that, holy shit. Fucking Ji Young Kim just did not want to win that fight at all.
No, apparently not. Because what the fuck?
Yo, I ain't never seen no shit like the shit she did.
How? I've seen people, like... So, at the end of the second round, just... has her arm still around the neck, lets it go, like, 3, 4, 5 seconds after the bell. And then
I'll say, like, 3 seconds, because, like, I know, like, like, it's easy to count quick, but realistically, like, it was, like, probably, like, a good 2-3 seconds.
No, 3 seconds after the bell. Mandy's trying to get up, and then Kim just kicks her in the chest.
Like, sends her back right on her ass.
She said, Sparta, motherfucker.
And it's just like, what the fuck? Gets a point deducted because of it. It just, like,
Bro, it was so funny because seeing it live, like you hear the bell go, you see her like take a second to get off of her neck and then just kick her right in the chest, and then it just cuts to commercial. Yeah. Me and Jimmy looking at each other like, yo, bro, what? Dying laughing. Then it comes back, they show the replay and they take the point. We're like, bro, like like obviously she deserved to have the point taken, but it's just the fact that even happened.
Yo, you also know watching that though, Holly Holm was tight as shit seeing that she got a point deducted.
For real, she was. She was
Jermaine Durand.
Now we care about strikes after the bell.
Punching her in the head twice, back-to-back rounds, like rocking her with the punches, and didn't get a point taken in a championship fight, which he then lost the decision. But like,
what 48-47?
Yeah. So and
so if a point had been taken, it would have ended in a fucking draw, which would have sucked because that was for the inaugural featherweight championship. Yeah. But also, we wouldn't have had the featherweight championship after that. So
either way though, it just that was, and then because then the third round just has her up on the cage and she's just, I don't know if she was just like, fuck it, like I'm on a 4-fight losing streak in the UFC, I'm losing, like I'm not getting re-signed, after this fight either way. I just need to get my strikes in. Hands down, clearly on the mat, and just sniped her in the head with the knee.
The craziest part about that, though, is the ref calling that unintentional, because there is no chance. There was nowhere else that knee could have gone with the position they were in, and there's no chance she didn't see her hands were down. Like, zero fucking chance. 100% intentional.
It was 100% intentional. Kim must have really had some beef with Mandy, and I don't know what it was about, but goddamn, just like.
But then Mandy playing that shit hard. She can't see. She wanted that fight over, but it was into the third round, so they just went to the fucking scorecards. She did end up with the split decision, but what a wacky goddamn fight.
And then she had the nerve to be like, "I won this fight.
I'm the winner.
I won this fight."
Like, no, you didn't. Like. You lost those last 2 rounds. You only won because of point deductions.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Like, oh my god. Bro, the funnier part was them having to figure out the scorecards, because the last point that got deducted was deducted after the fight, after the scorecards had already been turned in digitally. So they had to go back, rescore that round.
Yeah, go to every
waves
judge it off.
and talk to them, and just. What the fuck?
And it's like, come on, ref.
They got Bruce Bufferson there fucking doing the math for them and shit.
Yeah, because I was just going to say, it's like, one, you can't do that, but 2, they already have a hard enough time doing this very difficult math. It's very hard, very complicated. But now they have to redo it and subtract 1? Bro, they are not mathematicians. Come on now.
No.
Come on, man. Come on,
I mean, we're talking about the same people who fucked up the DJ fight with Uncle Creepy, not adding up the scorecards right, and it not going to a draw.
There's so many. They just.
Yeah, that was gonna say, there's so many.
The guy had to run back in and like start writing on Bruffer's scorecard. Like, what the fuck?
I forget.
Wasn't that November's pay-per-view?
Yeah, it was. I remember fucking seeing somewhere where it was like fucking judge like scored the fight, but he mixed up who the fighters were. So when they fucking wrote like the 10-9, he did it for the wrong person. Like, oh my God. Judges be doing the worst goddamn things out there. It's
they
crazy.
They really do.
Gotta love
God
it.
Fucking damn. This fight was just weird all around. Like, the first round was normal. There's nothing like, odd about this fight in the first round, you know. And then the end of the second round,
let's put on
bullshit happens. Third round, more bullshit. The referee was on some major bullshit with the way he was deciding to take when he was deciding to take points.
He didn't know what to do. The lights were on him. It was hot. He was sweating.
It was just wacky all the way around. But I mean,
and not a fun type of wacky either.
Yeah, no. I mean,
more of an infuriating type of wacky.
Fits with the card though, because I can't remember all the fights and everything, but just so many nut shots, eye pokes, like just constant fouls throughout the night. Then I feel like just the 2 other like sad moments of the night. Jessica Rose Clark getting her 3rd submission loss in a row is just like damn. Like
at least she defended the
armbar.
The armbar attempt,
very true.
Yep.
It's very true.
Because that would have been the 3rd one in a row, and that would have sucked.
And it wasn't the first round that it was attempted, so it could have been the 3rd first round armbar loss in a row. So that would have been terrible.
I really appreciated, I forget who it was on the commentators. Was it John Anik that said it? That she had
It might have been Daniel Cormier.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, John Anik with
the post-traumatic stress of arm bars. She got armbar PTSD.
But yeah, so that just sucked to see. And then just Cody Stamann too. Like, he had that win in the third round. If he just told fucking Douglas Silva de Andrade to get back up and start putting the hands on him, he could have gotten that finish, would have gotten the win. Just stays on top, not doing much, lets it go to decision, and then unanimous decision to de Andrade. First 2 rounds to him were easy, and that, yeah.
And it just sucks because in that second round, you know, he kind of got like touched in the face with his foot. Like, he didn't like really get kicked like that, but you know, he
pushed on it hard.
Yeah. But like, you know, Cody looked up, the ref ends up standing it up, no points were taken, but the position was taken.
Yeah.
So that sucked a lot for Cody, and it just sucks because like, I don't know.
The position shouldn't have been taken there.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been taken, but it's just
because it's either point or position. From everything we've been told, it's point or position.
Yeah.
Which means position should have been reset, or he should have taken a point.
Yeah, it ref fucked that one up. Then it was just like, just the little bit poor IQ late in the third round. You know, maybe Cody thought that he won one of the first 2 rounds, and he's just like, oh, well, now I easily won this, you know? And because, like, you know, he was clapping like he thought that he had that easy. He was so surprised when he saw that. And so it just sucked to see. It just... But that's how the cookie crumbles when you let it go to the judges. You never know how them fuckers are seeing the fight.
And especially after that type of first round, like where they just has all that weirdness, especially with the stand up but not putting them back in position after the illegal shot. Like, it just like some of the. It's why I don't like local refs. It's why I really wish it would just like.
They shouldn't be doing that at this level. Like, it's just...
No!
Yeah.
No. They shouldn't. But, like, that's kind of the thing. They also need to get that experience, though. Like, and you don't know how many fights these refs have, you know, refed before or officiated. So, like, it's like one of those things where, like, it's down to the state athletic commissions, which just sucks, which is why I really do, like, think there just needs to be a national commission for MMA, for judges and refs, that they have to qualify through them instead of it just being left up state to state, because then we can also actually reunify the unified rules as well.
Too much money, too much time, too much shit that no one is gonna do. And
exactly.
And that's just,
I get it.
It sucks, but we just gotta deal with it as fight fans, because, you know, it's not as big of a sport, you know, as like NFL, fucking anything, you know, or like other major sports. So so it's just not gonna get the same kind of like regulation, just all that shit.
Yeah.
But
it's starting to get there.
But it is.
It still has a couple years.
One day, But that's gonna wrap up the UFC card. UFC on ABC4, not too bad overall. Good performance, good main card for them to show on ABC, honestly. So yeah, wonder how good that they did with their reviews and all that on that shit.
Yeah.
But speaking of doing good, motherfucking Katie doing good again in Tapology. Let's go, another win. You said 5 in a row? That is now. Yeah, she's doing the damn thing.
I did really good this week, though. I got 9 out of 11 picks.
Yeah, I got 6 out of 11. Not that great.
And Ginger was scared of getting beat, so he made up this false story that he didn't submit the Tapology picks.
I did the picks, but I just forgot to submit them. So Ginger has 0 right because he didn't even do them. So, where's the little Discord sound?
Go fuck yourself.
But nah, it just maybe I should have stopped trying to just run through them in like 3 minutes.
I legitimately
I ran through my shit.
Do remember making these picks? Like,
it was just funny because you did like the first like 2 or 3, and I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ginger.
No, that's the. I'm like, I distinctly remember actually doing my picks. Like, I had every single fight picked. I just
didn't do 'em.
I don't know what happened.
You just didn't do them. That's just what happened. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that does suck though. Just thinking you submitted them and then just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't great. I got 1 decision. I got 3 semi-perfects. I don't even remember what the decision that I got was. What was it? Let's see.
There weren't a lot, so. Williams. Carl Williams over Chase Sherman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got 1 decision, 3 perfects, 1 semi-perfect.
Yeah, that's very solid. Them motherfucking 3 perfects.
Yeah, because the 3 perfects I got was Lisboa by 3rd round sub, Matt Brown with a 1st round knockout, and Jailton with a 1st round sub.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't, because now with see, like with the 6 correct, I forgot that I accidentally clicked on Court McGee to get a fucking was it 2nd round KO or something, or I think 3rd, I forget. But yeah, I accidentally clicked Court. It was supposed to be Matt. Who the fuck ever thought that Court was gonna knock out Matt Brown? Come on. But yeah, so I should have had 7 right, but that's. I still would have been in last place in Tapology overall. So
yeah.
Either
my
way.
1 decision win was Mandy Bum.
Bro.
Yeah, when she got that, we were just laughing about how she the process to get there. It was just like, what the fuck?
It was just so fucking funny. And my semi-perfect was Carlos. I had him for 2nd round knockout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, you're only 5 points away from being number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, overall. So.
Yeah, 645 to 640.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Another great night in Tapology for Kate. Another terrible night for me and Ginger.
I really like that Ginger keeps getting roped into doing bad.
Yeah, he did so bad he didn't pick. He got 0 points.
That's true.
That's a new world record.
Yeah, picks didn't get submitted. 0 points. But I got 100 points on the draft, so let's go.
Anyway.
But yeah, good fun though. Tapology is always great. It's just another thing for us to talk shit to each other about. So let's go.
That's the biggest thing. We need
what else is it here for, honestly?
Exactly.
Other than doing better than your friends.
No, exactly.
But yeah, that's gonna be all the UFC shit for the weekend. We did have some Bellator over the weekend. It was Friday, or not really weekend, Friday morning. They were in Paris, so it fucking sucked. It just was like, damn. You know, we got work and shit. Wasn't able to watch it. Ginger just forgot about it.
I forgot about it because I forgot. I thought they were on Saturday. I knew there was Bellator this week. I thought it was Saturday.
You fool.
And I woke up on Friday early because I thought Friday was Saturday, and because my days have been fucked up. So I wake up early, look at my phone, look at the time as I was doing something, saw it was Friday. I'm like, and it was like noon Friday, which would have been the time that Bellator was on, and it was just like, fuck this, I'm going back to sleep. Didn't realize Bellator it was on Friday. Thought it was on Saturday, like at the same time as the UFC, essentially. So I just was like, okay. And then, it was Friday. Fuck.
But yeah, I mean, either way, it wasn't the biggest Bellator card going into it.
No.
Fabian Edwards gets a decision win over Gegard Mousasi, so that was good for him. Lines up that title fight against Johnny Eblen in September, so let's see if Leon Edwards' brother is also able to get a title in 2 different organizations. That'd be pretty cool for them.
I was about to say, that'd be cool.
Yeah, just 2 brothers, 2 champs at different organizations.
UFC champ, and then the 185 UFC champ.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
for
Bellator
sure.
185. I think I said UFC, but...
Yeah.
Totally forgot.
No, you're good. But yeah. So that'd be awesome. Gegard, he's getting old, so it's fair.
Like a legend in the game.
Yeah,
like
absolute legend.
Fought all over the place. So
yeah, Brent Primus, probably a bit of Bellator legend. I'm pretty sure he's a lightweight champ a couple times. I don't know. I know he's been
at least once.
Yeah, I know he's been doing the damn thing. But he was able to get a win over fucking Mansoor Barnawi heading into this. So gets that win in the fucking Grand Prix, lines up a fight against Usman or Magomedov. So he's absolutely fucked.
At 155.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's poor Brent getting that fight. But yeah, good for Usman, gonna get another former champ on his record. So let's go.
Yeah, no.
Douglas Lima got a win. So good for him.
That's good.
Yeah. Other than that, did you see the fucking highlight of Saul Rogers getting the submission at all?
I didn't, because Bellator's social media is shit.
I got you. I seen it on. I forget what it was. But he had this dude locked up. I think it might have been like a guillotine or some shit, and he was just like sitting there in it. And then the ref just stops stops it, pulls Saul off, and then the dude's just looking at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, and so he just. I guess thought he went to sleep or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was just... And then so looking on Tapology, it ended up being overturned to a no contest. But
that's so annoying. Oh my god.
But
whoa. So they'll overturn that as a no contest, but all the other bullshit that the refs have messed up on doesn't get overturned.
This is Bellator.
Maybe it's Paris Commission, you know what I mean? It is dependent on the commission, so...
That is fair.
They did just legalize it, so I don't know, just being newer. Who knows? But I just
good luck trying to get anything overturned in the U.S.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So just seeing that, I just thought that was funny. I was like, oh yeah, wondered if you saw that at all. But yeah, Bellator, they doing the thing. But that brings us to some good old fight news and announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start off with the shit that you just threw up in here, because holy fuck.
Both of us forgot about this shit.
Yeah, I totally slipped the mind. Yo, what the fuck just happened in the PFL? Because all of their fighters just fucking popped.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, so
you failed a drug test. You failed a drug test. You failed a drug test. Everyone fails a drug test. Like that. Forget you.
Alrighty, so 4 of the light heavyweights. Thiago Santos, Will Fleury, Christoph Jocko, and Mohamed Fakhreddin. 3 heavyweights, Kapaloza, Rizvan Kuniev, and Cesar Ferreira. Mm-hmm. And then addition to those 7 people were also 2 featherweight seasoned fighters, Alejandro Flores and Daniel Torres, were all suspended. 9 fighters from the PFL in a fucking matter of a few days. Most of them off of their tournament. Suspended.
God.
Yeah, that's
so many of their fights had to be rebooked, replaced, just all of that stuff. People replacing fighters, just crazy, terrible look for PFL.
Yeah, that is not good. That and especially because Thiago, Christoph, just those, and because I'm pretty sure a lot of those were just a lot of people making having their first fights in the PFL and stuff like that. So I don't know if fucking these dudes were just coming in just PFL, what kind of drug testing they got or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
after
just
this,
and all that.
I mean, after these 9 fighters getting suspended, PFL has been talking with USADA and they're trying to get it implemented into their program.
Yeah, they should not do that. Yeah, they should not do that at all.
I'm just saying that's what they're talking about.
That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I hate that. I hate that so much. Fuck USADA. They suck. What the fuck are they even doing?
Not testing Izzy.
Not testing McGregor.
Bro,
McGregor's just not getting tested. I don't even know if that's on USADA at this point. McGregor's just he's just not gonna fight this year.
Has he even been in the testing pool?
He's not fighting this year, but that's a different story. We'll get way too derailed.
But yeah, I just don't like that for the PFL. It's bro, who the fuck cares what kind of drug testing they got?
Let them fight.
But in all honesty, So with just whatever state fucking testing, you had all of these people pop and how much it fucked up your tournament and shit. Now you want to just add more testing to everyone? Like what?
They're like, I don't know.
Where the fuck does that make sense?
Their train of thought is probably if we have a harder testing system going on, then they're not going to try to do it in the first place, or at least some people won't. And then it'll just stop things from like this from happening overall, is what I would assume.
They're gonna fucking fuck their promotion doing that, honestly. In my opinion. I feel like that's gonna hurt them a lot.
PFL runs off juice heads.
This was from the PFL. Like, this is a quote from the PFL. It's a statement they had. The PFL has a zero-tolerance policy related to the uses of banned substances and complies with U.S. State Athletic Commission requirements. Further, as the PFL moves towards the highest level of testing and compliance in the sport, PFL is engaged with USADA on implementation of its athlete anti-doping program.
Boo. Boo. No one wants to hear that bullshit. So, that's terrible. But hilarious at the same time.
Yeah.
But so that's that kind of sucks for PFL. That's a
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge blow.
Well, you know what's a pretty cool thing for PFL though? Them getting to sign motherfucking Cedric Doumbé to their promotion, because that's a pretty big grab for them.
Hell yeah.
That's some good shit. With just multiple time glory kickboxing champion, like I know I'm
pretty sure he's a 2-time champ, like 2-division champ as well.
Yeah, I know that he is just an amazing kickboxer.
Yeah, UFC fumbled the shit out of that, trying to pay that man 20 and 20.
20, bruh, 20 and 20. Just like
the disrespect.
Just think, like, literally that is only that's twice as much money as just an absolute nobody making their UFC debut. You know what I mean? At 10 and 10.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane. How the fuck did they ever think that they were gonna get him to sign with that kind of a shit?
No, seriously, and especially with PFL being on the come up like this, and just of course they're gonna be able to grab him up. They offered him $140K per fight.
Yeah,
win or lose, that's $140K. Like, how many times do you have to win in the UFC to make that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fighting 3 times a year to almost see that.
Like, the fact that I'm just surprised they weren't at least offering at least a 50-50 or a 40-40. Like, a 20-20 is insane.
Yeah.
But even with a 40-40, I'm sure that Cedric still would have been like, fuck this shit, I'm going to PFL.
Bro.
Well, I mean, fight twice in 1 year, get both wins, you got 160.
Bro, yeah, but you fight twice in 1 year, win or lose, you got 280.
No, yeah, I agree.
No, yeah,
I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is I can't believe the UFC wasn't at least going higher than a 20 and 20.
Yeah, because
the fact that might have even been their starting point. Like, Cedric was just not even gonna engage in that.
Because bro, if he won 4 fights in the UFC, he would make $20,000 more than if he lost 1 fight in the PFL. Because he's making 20 and 20, so that's 40,000 to win. So 40, 80, and then 80 and 80 is 160.
To win.
When he got offered 140 per fight at PFL. So even if he loses, he's making 140. How?
Yeah, no.
That is not even a question of which contract you're taking.
No,
exactly. It was dumb. It was dumb on the UFC's part.
Yeah. I'm just
fucking up.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing lately. I don't know if they're just too caught up in bigger corporate shit that they're just kind of fucking up a lot of these things more often, but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a very big misplay.
It really was. I can't believe they did that shit. To be honest, again, just 20 and 20. That just blows my mind that they didn't even start higher. Because I know that was their start. That had to have been their starting point. If their starting point was lower than that, then
10 and 10.
Get fucking.
Come on, Jimmy, be respectful. 12 and 12.
My bad.
Whoever is doing their negotiation for contracts needs to get.
Dana's just nobody knows you.
Department.
Nobody knows you.
What have you done? Nobody knows Glory.
You have 3 MMA fights.
Bro, he would have been huge for the fucking
I
Paris
know.
market,
Yeah,
for the France market, like the
I know.
European market. Like the fact that they don't even like look at it in that way is fucking ridiculous.
It's crazy, but hey, UFC gonna do UFC things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with that, they have just been doing UFC things of kind of just like head scratching matchmaking. You know, where you just kind of see like a fights book, and you're just like, why the fuck would they do this? They could have just obviously done like 5 other
Anything
things that
else.
were a lot better. But Tommy Aspinall's back,
Let's go.
but against Marcin Tybura.
Boo.
Why?
That one just
Why?
the only reason I can think of is because Tom Aspinall had been talking and calling out Tybura like when he was like in the like ending part of his recovery, was just calling out Tybura like 4 or 5 times. Like, why he called out Tybura,
I think he
don't know.
He probably just wanted a soft landing after an injury, honestly. That's probably what it is. UFC was also probably down with that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're number 5. Yeah, like he had that injury, lost to Curtis, who's number 4. And now you're coming back in a main event against number 10? Like, that's just where it's like, I know he already beat Spivak, but I mean, shit, even with just like Spivak getting a couple decent wins after that loss, I would have rather just seen them run that back. Like,
Spivak, Volkov.
I mean, I know he just ran over Volkov like before the Curtis fight, so that one's like a bit harder.
No, I know,
but I'm pretty sure the Spivak was right before
he hasn't
Volkov.
Fought Ty either.
But no, that's the thing. Like, yeah, like they could have done Ty. They could have went back to the Curtis fight if they wanted to. Like, I don't know. Like Spivak would have been better.
Frame, but
like, it's just
not for the
like,
time
damn,
frame they wanted for Curtis. But yeah, no, like.
But hey, Tommy's back in the main event in London, so let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Like, why not?
Another main event though, not official, in the works. Jamal Hill looking to defend that belt against motherfucking Yuri Provinski?
All right, chill.
Provolone?
But yeah, 292 in Boston. Let's fucking go. That's the fight that we need. That's the fight we've all wanted.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Yuri to come back.
I'm actually really excited for this fight.
Hopefully.
Potentially.
Yuri gonna have back-to-back fight of the year honors?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, right. They'd be insane. But it is such an interesting matchup because of the different ways that they beat Glover. Like, it's the one person I know for a fact they have the same on their record. And it's just interesting, like, to see the dichotomy of those two fights.
But yeah, that's gonna be some good old violence in Boston, though. They're gonna love that shit.
Because they were both dogfights, but like Jamal, I think, looked better against Glover than Yuri looked against Glover.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was Yuri was losing that fight up into like heading into that 5th round and like getting the finish. You know what I mean? Jamal Hill was just easily like smashing Glover. Like, that wasn't.
There were points where Hill looked like he was getting hurt, but
yeah, it wasn't even close to the same level. You know what I mean?
No, it wasn't. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why it's so interesting to me, because like,
for sure,
Jamal Hill's much more of the technical fighter than Yuri.
No, 100%. Definitely a cleaner striker. Yuri's wild, and that's why it's gonna be fun as shit, though. He's gonna have that fucking hair out. He's gonna channel the Wi-Fi through his antenna. He's gonna fucking power up his right hand by grabbing it, and he's just gonna blast him in the face.
Yuri is who we thought Johnny was.
Yeah, right.
That's
the better
exactly
Johnny
what
Walker.
it is.
The 205 Tony. Let's go. But there has been some decent fight announcements going on. Not like the most high profile names, but some 2 top 15 fighters going at it at 155. Damir Ismagulov versus Grant Dawson. That's gonna be a fun one. Let's go.
That's gonna be a fun one. Like, I've been wondering where Grant's been. Damir like had that weird retirement and then came out of retirement. Is gonna find out his contract.
So it's
like that was a weird little thing that happened.
We'll have to see, I guess, like how he does in his fights and see what he wants to do. You know what I mean? But
no, yeah, exactly. He could very well, depending on how this fight goes, just retire after it as well.
For sure. But yeah,
You want to talk about another head-scratching booking and matchmaking?
Yes.
Armin Tsarukyan versus Joaquim Silva.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the fuck they put them together.
Right, because
Silva.
how it went from Armin versus Moicano to Armin versus Joaquim Silva. Like, you couldn't match
Moicano.
him up. Right, you couldn't match him up with anybody else.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Couldn't find a spot for him nowhere.
Not a single person.
This is a head scratcher, you know what I mean? It is what it is, I guess.
It really is.
But so easy dub for Armin, easy dub for Kate's draft. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
But motherfucking Bam, he's back against motherfucking Makhmed Muradov. That should be a fun fight. He's up at 185, so that's kind of interesting about that. I don't know why.
That's an interesting one because
let's go.
Bam isn't the biggest 170er.
No, not even a little bit.
170er. Like, he could honestly, like, his frame looks like he could be a 155er. So
yeah, but he's gonna go in there looking to swing and bang. So let's go.
Yeah.
A real fun fight that I'm actually pretty excited for. Nathaniel Wood versus Andre Fili. That's gonna be real. That's gonna be some good old shit right there. Yeah.
Both dudes like standing up. Fight. Both dudes like throwing. So
let's go.
Could be a fun one.
We got Ketlin Vieira versus Penny Kianzad also. That should be a good one for top of the division at 135 women's bantamweight.
Oh yeah.
And then Groovy Lando back against Mike Breeden. So it's it should be some fun stuff. And then last thing with like fight or like news and stuff. Dana White did say that Robbie Lawler's fight at UFC 290 will be his last MMA fight. So it's just oof. He's been in the game motherfucking forever. So
he really has. Yeah. But
I'm ready to see Robbie go for one last ride.
Yep, one last ride. I want one last KO for Robbie.
That's gonna. He's playing Nico Price, so
that's an order right there. But
that's. I wouldn't be surprised if someone goes to sleep.
Oh yeah, one of them probably will. Yeah. Hopefully it's Nico.
I love Nico though. I don't even want to see that.
Like, I know, but it's just like Robbie being one of my favorite fighters of all time. I want him to go out on a win.
For sure. He is like him versus Rory McDonald too for that champion. That was like that belt that was like, the first fight that really got me into the shit. Like, oh damn, like this shit's fucking this shit's crazy.
Robbie versus Carlos Condit for the title.
Yeah. Like just so many amazing fights. So yeah. All the respect to Robbie. Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Hopefully he gets to enjoy retirement.
Yeah, for sure. But speaking of ruthless, next week's card. That's pretty ruthless. UFC Fight Night. It was gonna be Shabazian versus Fluffy Hernandez until they pulled Mackenzie Dern and Angie Hill off last week's card and threw that up as the main event. So, main event, Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill. Let's go.
No, the main event is supposed to be Pennington Aldana.
Well,
but then they pulled that, and it was going to be Edmund and
Edmund, and it's like, Edmund is not a main event.
No,
Neither is Hernandez at the moment.
Not even a little bit.
Maybe. He keeps winning, gets into that top 15, he can be, but...
Yeah. But I mean, Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill, that should be a fun fight. I'm actually pretty excited for that. Honestly, I'm thinking that Angie's probably going to get it done. I know she struggled with the grappling a bit in her career, but Mackenzie Dern does not have good takedowns at all. And Angie, she moves a lot. She has a lot of volume. I can very much see her outpointing her to decision. So, let's go, Angie.
Angie's going to even out her record. She's 10-12 in the UFC. She's going to bring it to 11.
Yes.
And then she's going to be 12-12. Let's go.
Yes. Let's go.
I hope so. I hope the judges don't screw her.
Yeah.
The judges have screwed Angela Hill so many times.
Yeah. It's let's go. We all room for Angie out here, so hopefully she's able to get it done. But yeah, as we mentioned, co-main event, Edmund Shabazian Hemoman versus Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, pretty solid comedian. But yeah, it's a solid fight.
That's a solid fight. I'm rooting for Hernandez.
Yeah,
I
same.
like Hernandez.
Yeah, he got that fucking submission over Rodolfo Vieira.
Yep.
That shit was pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, let's see if he can finish the young Edmund that's trying to figure out his thing too.
Yeah.
Got that win over Dolce in his last one. Broke that 3-fight losing streak. But yeah, he's definitely got to make some big changes to stay in this division. He's still only 25 years old though too, so he's got plenty of time.
Damn.
He's got time. Like, and to be fair, like 2 of those losses are to Brunson and Hermanson. Like,
yeah.
Well, actually, all 3 of his losses are to people who are currently in the top 15.
Yeah. Because Nasruddin.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not like he's losing to bad people at all.
No.
Just definitely needed like a good step down in competition, which is what he got in his last one, what he's getting in this one. So yeah, it's definitely just good to see.
That's crazy. I didn't realize he was so young.
Yeah, young as shit.
What came into the UFC at like what, 20?
Something
21?
like that.
So.
Yeah. But other fun fights on the card. We got Andre Fiallo versus Joaquin Buckley. That's gonna be a banger. Yeah, that's gonna be some fun shit right there. Someone's probably getting knocked out in that one.
Hell yeah.
And then the man we all know and love, motherfucking Michael Johnson versus Carlos Diego Ferreira too, which he's back, so that's kind of crazy as well.
Yeah, no. I was expecting at some point another Michael Johnson announcement because he hasn't retired yet. Like, but Diego Ferreira, like, I thought he had retired.
Yeah.
Like, he never announced it, but it just felt like he retired after that last loss.
Because he hasn't fought since 2021 when he lost to Gamrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not heard anything since. Like, he was supposed to have a fight in 2022, like against Shakar Close, but I don't even remember that one getting announced.
I mean, it only makes sense that he's gonna win.
Nah.
Oh.
Diego against Michael Johnson?
He's not winning.
He's the only person that can win right now. Are you kidding me? He hasn't fought in 2 years. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. Like, of course he's gonna beat Michael Johnson right now.
That's true.
Look,
it's Michael Johnson.
Okay, but MMA, there is no MMA Michael Johnson map that works. It gets switched up way too often.
Whatever you think is gonna happen, that's what's not gonna happen.
Oh shit!
So it goes to a draw.
Double knockout. Let's go. It's you never fucking know how a Michael Johnson fight's gonna go. You never know he's gonna show up or like, but I wouldn't be surprised if either Diego can get like a submission on him or something, or Johnson knocks him the fuck out. Either way, Michael Johnson, you never know how that shit's gonna go.
Nope.
Is always some fucking wacky shit with him. So, but yeah, it's always fun to see him on a card though. So let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's always like he always has good fights. Like they're never like terrible fights.
Oh yeah, nah.
So
unless he's fighting Artem, that's
okay. But no one has a good fight against Artem.
But that's what I'm saying. Unless he's fighting Artem, that's. But yeah, other than that, saying that yesterday's card wasn't like that stacked of a card. This one's really fucking lacking. Like there's not. You got Mahashate back versus fucking Slava Claus, so that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Karolina Kowalkiewicz is back versus Vanessa Demopoulos. That could be a fun fight. Huh?
How did you just pronounce her last name?
Isn't it Demopoulos?
No, the other one. Karolina
Kowalkiewicz.
I was about to say it's Kovacevic.
Kowalkiewicz goes the same shit. Who cares?
Yeah, that wasn't bad enough to.
But it just
I had like one less fucking syllable. I was just saying.
I've never heard anyone pronounce it that way.
My bad. I was like,
sorry.
But yeah, Chase Hooper back though.
Let's go.
Yeah, Chase Hooper is back.
Yeah, he's gonna get himself a win and get himself some M&Ms. So let's go.
Go.
Oh yeah.
Also, Ilir Latifi's back as well.
Yeah. Motherfucking Alir. You gotta love it. But yeah. So that's the UFC card for next week. Not really much other going on, much other shit going on next week either. So it really only leaves us with one thing left. The best way to end the podcast. Who's that fighter? Let's go.
This one's gonna be bad this week.
I struggled so hard with pictures this week. I
Yeah.
had
Oh
three
yeah.
fighters, and then like I got two pictures, and then I like made them black. I was like, I cannot do this at all.
I can't do this to these people.
It's like I kind of want to like afterwards just show you what like after at the end of the podcast just what one of them looked like, because oh my god, it was crazy. But yeah, either way, we got some funny ones on here. We're gonna start off with the least wacky and then go a little bit more wacky.
All right.
First one though, who's that fighter? I know it is.
I feel like the way this could be anybody.
It is so hard to get pictures.
No, I'm not like.
No, I very much understand.
This is
It's the little things that kind of can like. I know it's hard, but once like you show it, I feel like it's. But yeah.
I want to say Jailton.
Okay. Is that gonna be your final answer?
Let me just look at more people real quick. I don't know how far you went. Yeah,
They are all main card fighters.
okay. I can't really tell if there's hair on the top of this or not, so that's where I'm struggling. I'm gonna go Jailton, yeah.
Okay. Gingy?
I am struggling with this one.
It's a harder one, for sure. It's just basic photo. It's hard to get pictures.
I'm gonna go with Carlos Olberg.
You're going with Carlos? Kate's guess was Jailton Almeida. The correct answer is...
Not a bad one.
Carlos Olberg.
Nice.
Okay.
Nah, yeah,
it's funny because I couldn't tell if there was hair or not, and that's where I was struggling the most. Yeah, I was like, the head is pretty blocky, and looking at this, I was like, Jailton and Carlos got blocky heads, but I was like, I don't know, I can't. I was like, the frame looks just like more slim in the muscle, and I was like, yeah.
I feel like kind of like the shape of the head, like that's really like the thing that it's just.
And just it was about all of the blockheads.
The only thing that helped me was just the way that like I was just like, all right, it's someone with shorter hair. So it's either like, and I didn't think you went too far into the prelims if at all.
Oh yeah, I will say that I said to Kate, I did only pick main card fighters.
Okay. So in my head, I was like, all right, there are three fighters this could be because I don't really see a beard, and that's going to be Olberg, Smith, Rodriguez, and Almeida. I don't think Rodriguez and Smith don't work out, I don't think, with that body type, so it's either Almeida or Olberg.
But yeah.
Like my process of elimination was just like, okay, who has no hair?
Yeah.
Go.
Oh man, all right. This is where the pictures start to get funny now, though.
Okay, no, this is gonna be interesting as well.
Number 2, who's that fighter?
Okay, so like the hair right there is giving Johnny Walker, but I almost want to say it's Ian when he did the Billy walking out. But I know he has hair, maybe it's just roughed up. Fuck. I'm gonna go Ian.
Ian?
Yeah.
Ian Machado, Garry. Like I can't even like pretend like that's a hard one. Like,
no, honestly, for a second, because of the hair, I was like, it could possibly be Johnny Walker, but I don't think so.
I swear, if that's Johnny fucking Walker, I'm gonna be pissed.
I know. Me too.
That would be the correct answer is Ian Garry.
Okay.
Okay. Like
yeah, that's Ian Garry doing the Billy walk.
And that's what I thought. Like that was like the clear picture, and then I looked at the hair. I was like, "Is this Johnny doing something silly?" Like
that's the problem. I didn't even think of that. Like once you said, I'm like, "Oh shit, Johnny does be doing some dumb shit."
Alrighty, let's go. Last one. Another hilarious picture. It's just such a funny picture to me, but Number 3. Who's that fighter?
Johnny Walker.
That's Johnny fucking Walker.
It's Johnny Walker.
Oh, that's so funny. I thought his leg was up on something.
I know, same. I thought he was like doing the Captain Morgan. Like,
oh, that's fucking hilarious. What a silly picture. Yeah, he looks doofy.
He looks so dumb.
The picture makes it worse because you can't see the jawline, so it's like the neck and head.
Yeah, no. It's just, I know I've seen Johnny do that pose. Like, the second I saw that, like, that's Johnny. There ain't no way that's not Johnny.
Oh, man. But yeah, I thought those were some funny pictures this time. But let's go. Another good one of Who's That Fighter. Another good episode of the podcast.
Yee.
I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And we got everything down in the descriptions. And happy Mother's Day to everyone and the mothers out there. Let's go.
Happy Mother's Day.
Peace.